Eddie's still trying to figure out why you're squealing every time I unmute the mic. Either it's needing to have headphones in and no speaker playing, or echo cancellation needs to be turned on. Which generally, if everyone has headphones on, you do not need. In fact, I'm going to go to headphones just to be sure.
So just got it step aside.
And loving you. Here we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, David Tamilevich and Libby. Libby.
I resemble that.
So, thank you very much. And Brian, are we recording? Whoops, Brian.
We are streaming. Would you like to record as well?
Yes, that would be great. That would be great. So, thank you everybody for being here. Holly, this one's for you. I'd forgotten that when I mentioned our Randy Burns, who we used to go see. This is not a song by Randy Burns, but that's where I learned it. Oh, where the walker runs down to the Carson Valley plain. There lived a maiden, Darcy Farrow was her name. The daughter of old Dundee, and a fair one was she. The sweetest flower that bloomed o'er the range. Now she was courted by young Vandermeer, and quite handsome was he, as I hear. He brought her silver rings and lacy things, and promised to wed before the snows fell that year. But her pony it did stumble, and she did fall. Her dying touched the hearts of us one and all. Young Vandy in his pain put a bullet through his brain, and they buried them together as the snows began to fall. Oh, they sing of Darcy Farrow where the Truckee runs through. They sing of her beauty in Virginia City too. At dusky sundown to her name they drink around, and to young Vandy, whose love was so true. So where the walker runs down to the Carson Valley plain, there lived a maiden, Darcy Farrow was her name. The daughter of old Dundee, and a fair one was she. The sweetest flower that bloomed o'er the range. Thank you. Yes, that song takes me back to my first days of acoustic music.
When I do that song with David and I shut my eyes, I see him as a very young man.
Well, at least somebody does. So, yes, the song was written by Tom Campbell and Steve Gillette. I don't know how many people know Steve Gillette, and I don't know. We both just love. I don't know. We've always just sung what we've liked, and we like to go back to our roots. I heard this song the other day, and I thought, wow, I used to sing this back in the 70s. And I said, Libby, let's do this again. So, another song by Steve Gillette. This was, Steve was on Vanguard Records in the 60s, which was, or at least his first album was, and which was quite the prestigious place for a folk singer to be. And this was one of the underground hits, folk hits. I'm back on the street again. Got to stand on my own 2 feet again. Down walking my lonely beat again. Remembering when, oh, remembering when. Got a tear in my eye again, to remind me that I might cry again. Feel remembering when. Oh, remembering when. I remember a time when I thought the world wasn't mine. The world belongs to somebody else now, and I'm just standing in line. So I'm thinking about me again. That's the way it's going to be again. I'll wait and I'll see till then. Remembering when. Oh, remembering when. I remember a time when I thought the world wasn't mine. The world belongs to somebody else now, and I'm just standing in line. So I'm thinking about me again. That's the way it's going to be again. I'll wait and I'll see till then. Remembering when. Oh, remembering when. Steve Gillette, underground folk. Hey, I'm just going to admit.
Admit.
Here.
Admit them all.
So going back and hearing that song made me think of this one. Again, used to do this a long time ago. If you've been wondering what I'm gonna do while you are sleeping, am I sleeping too? I'm just sitting here loving you. I'm closing my eyes and loving you. Oh, I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. I have been wondering just what I would do if I weren't sleeping, had I not found you. I'd be outside finding you. I'd be walking down the avenues finding you. I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. Well, the reason that you never see me running around, fingers on the board couldn't calm me down, and I can't get me up on my feet when I've got to take care of some business on the street. Well, I have been walking all my streets alone. I keep on walking, keep from going home. I couldn't quite barely conceive you. Now I can't see that ever needing you. Oh, I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. Well, the reason that you never see me running round, fingers on the board couldn't calm me down, and I can't get me up on my feet when I've got to take care of some business on the street. Well, I have been walking all my streets alone. I keep on walking, keep from going home. I couldn't quite barely conceive of you. Now I can't conceive of ever leaving you. Oh, I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. Oh, I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. Oh, I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. John Sebastian and the 11 Spoonfuls. So we have our last live in-person concert this next week in Toledo, Ohio. I'm sure most of you are going to make it. And
In a nice performing arts center. We love those.
Yeah, Owens Community College.
Nice little college.
Free concert.
Yeah.
And so we had to sing this. We have to sing this song for them. It's by Jim Beiser, and it's about a Michigan tradition. I'm heading down south, way down south. I'm gonna find me some wide open spaces. My view embraces the lay of the land. This Michigan man is often searching exotic places. I'd go to Florida, but it's too far. I'm driving my car, ain't gonna fly, oh, and that is why, oh, I'm going to Ohio. Ohio, don't you know, O-H-I-O. Ohio, here we go. Here we go, O-H-I-O. Well, some folks travel near and far to Istanbul or to Gay Paris. La la. Oh, let them be as they may. Half a day away is far enough for me. My restless heart is full of wonder for the land down under. Clouds that fly, oh, in the big blue sky, oh, above Ohio. Ohio, don't you know, O-H-I-O. Ohio, here we go. Here we go, O-H-I-O. Sing sweet O-H-I-O. Way down below, way down below, O-H-I-O. Sing sweet O-H-I-O. I can't sing no more, O-H-I-O.
That got my pipes working.
Yeah. So, on Facebook, you know how they'll bring up pictures from former years. And this past week, 10 years ago, Michael Huff and I went to Lithuania to do a festival, the Teash Festival. This is me, Teash. And there are all these pictures coming up of from that festival. It's really a delightful memory. And I actually found family. I'll give a condensed story, but found family we had been estranged since 1929. So we didn't know if any family was still living. And through a great series of investigations in the Balzika Center in Chicago, I found family. They were living, some of them in the same house they'd been in for at least 300 years, and no plumbing. They just gotten electricity. I mean, it was just. I walked up. There was a big family gathering there. The festival gave us a day off, so we could go out and spend it with my family. And there was a big family gathering with people who looked like me. And as I got there, one of my cousins was drawing water up from a well, and he drew up the bucket, and he took a cup and handed it to me and said something. And my younger cousin in the 20s, who spoke English, he said, "Now drink the water your grandfather drank."
See, that's a feel-good story. It makes you feel good when you quit crying,
So yes, they had a big feast, big long table, and at some point, I don't know if Irene is here tonight. She helped us.
Irene, Irene, I like Irene.
Translate this song. So we'll do it. Well, we'll end up with the Lithuanian version. Gather the family, here we belong, and welcome, good stranger, come in. Our voices together, all singing one song, and it's here that the future begins. Our ancestors came from way far away, from 1,000 traditions and kin. What we all share together as we stand here today, with a chance to start over again. Gather the family, here we belong, and welcome, good stranger, come in. Our voices together, all singing one song, and it's here that the future begins. Our measure of worth's not in power or gold. The greatest truth comes from the heart, and it's how we take care of the weak and the old. And this is the place we can start. Gather the family, here we belong, and welcome, good stranger, come in. Our voices together, all singing one song, and it's here that the future begins. And so, like a forest, our roots hold the past, while our branches reach into the sky. Let our gift to our children be family that lasts, and a future to which they can fly. Gather the family, here we belong, and welcome, good stranger, come in. Our voices together, all singing one song, and it's here that the future begins. Susiborkium ishema, jamu suvieta, svetingas pre vedujek. Legduana dalinimus, diana daina, atetus prasididacha.
Gather the family.
And you know, the Lithuania is such a it's such an expressive language, and it's very hard. I guess all languages are like that, but the third line of that verse translated goes, "Gather family, here we go. Like, welcome, good stranger, come in. Our voices together, singing one song." And the translation that they did was like ligdawana, which is like bread. We are like bread. I mean, the whole concept of breaking bread with people, it's just kind of a sacred act. Like bread, ligdawana dalinimus. We're sharing Vienna Dina, one song. Like bread, we are sharing one song. It's just so poetic. So little background there. We actually have heard that there is another festival going on next.
This would be Crossing Fingers.
Next July. So we're kind of
International Sign Language for crossing fingers.
right.
This one should take you back a little.
I'm sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand. Every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping home, where my music's playing home, where my love life's waiting silently for me. Every day is an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. same to me. The movies and the factories, every stranger's face I see reminds me that I want to be homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping home, where my music's playing home, where my love life's waiting silently for me. Tonight I'll sing my songs again, I'll play the game and pretend. All my words drift back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness and harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping home, where my music's playing home, where my love life's waiting silently for me. Silently for me.
Old friends. Old friends. Thanks, y'all. What do we got here? Oh gosh, we got all Davy songs. Look at all these David songs. Oh.
So on Wednesday when we go down to Toledo to play at this college, the concert series is being sponsored by the students who are studying the music industry in all aspects. And it's so, we've just been talking about just what a fascinating thing. I mean, I guess we have to consider ourselves, what do we call
Old
ourselves?
timers.
Yeah, old time, the senior circuit.
No, I think that they want to learn a little, and I think we have something to teach them. I think it's going to be a great experience. One of those magic nights, you know how I can get you all.
Yeah, Libby is I don't even know what her wardrobe will be for that night, but you know.
What would Aretha do? You know, she'd wear sequins, so you know that's a no-brainer.
So it's very exciting to think that. I mean, yeah, we're legacy artists at this point, legacy artists. So
I'll take it.
So this is a song I wrote when I first came out from Connecticut out to Michigan about a year after I had moved out here. And was feeling a bit lonely and homesick. Thanks for asking for this one. There's a pale moon rising just east of the mountains. There's a river that winds its lone way to the sea. All of yesterday's dreams are tucked in my back pocket. There's a new one that's taken me too long to see. We'll be tired, been a long way to travel. We'll be tired, still a long way to go. And if the road runs me right, I'll be home by the morning, watching the pines as they cover with snow. And it's a tattered old story, worn out with repeating. The hows and the whys, I think you already know. And there's nothing like distance to help you in seeing all that you have gained, just what you let go. We'll be tired, been a long way to travel. We'll be tired, still a long way to go. And if the road runs me right, I'll be home by the morning, watching the pines as they cover with snow. And there's a wood fire burning, and the sweet smell of cedar comes up like a memory from out of the coals. and it cradles me close in the lingering twilight, while the wind whispers secrets that someday I'll know. Wouldn't be a long way to travel? Wouldn't still a long way to go? And if the road runs me right, I'll be home by the morning, watching the pines as they cover with snow. Wouldn't be a long way to travel? Wouldn't still a long way to go? And if the road runs me right, I'll be home by the morning, watching the pines as they cover with snow. Thank you. So Michigan, I don't know where other people are living, but we just had a run of northern lights, and couldn't see them down here. It was too cloudy where we are, but they're pretty spectacular up north in the UP, and there's lots of photos up about them. So this is a song that mentions the UP, mentions Marquette up there, a beautiful town. We'd love to go up to the UP, and this is all for all the Upers out there. I heard the screen door slam, heard the gravel grind, heard that voice inside my head saying it really is the end this time. So I gathered what I needed, didn't take me long. It's easy once you cross that line, and the only place to be is gone. And I thought I'd find us somewhere that had never known your eyes, but tomorrow where you smile had never filled the empty skies. A place that held no echoes, at a space that held no tears, where time would not stand still the way it did when you were near. Still I find I'm driving down this road to nowhere. Nowhere's every town I've been through. In my heart I know I'll never find that somewhere. Every road I'm on leads back to you. I went looking for some answers with the passions of my youth, but I didn't find much till I started looking for the truth. There among the scars and ashes was a path that headed home, and the knowledge that you were the greatest gift I'd ever known. Now I hear you moved to Michigan, to a town outside Marquette, where the pace of life is saner, far from history and regret. Please forgive me this intrusion, there's so much that still rings true. And if you'll take the chance, I'll make the trip just to talk to you. Still I find I'm driving down this road to nowhere. Nowhere's every town I've been through. In my heart I know I'll never find that somewhere. Every road I'm on leads back to you. Till I find I'm driving down this road to nowhere. Nowhere's every town that I've been through. In my heart I know I'll never find that somewhere. Every road I'm on leads back to you. Every road I'm on leads back to you.
just made the house shake. Just made the house shake. Thank you, guys.
So so most of you know this already, but the way the night is going to work, we're going to do our set, and which will wrap up around 8 o'clock. Then we're going to take a short 5-minute break. Then we're going to be back with the after party with our special guests. And tonight, our special guests are Annie Capps, who many of you know, who at least Michiganders, good friend of ours, and then Glenn Elvig, who some of you met in the between 6:30 and 7 tonight. Glenn, well, I won't say much about him because we're going to talk to him during the after party. So, but yeah, then we're going to have an after party, which is just just a chance to all talk together and share stories. And I don't know, sometimes people do songs, and sometimes we just tell stories and chat and catch up, and kind of our favorite part of this. So here is another song. Michael Huff and I wrote this on our way down to the Kerrville Folk Festival back in the 80s.
I was there. I came to see you.
That's right. Libby was in the audience, and this whole the whole folk world is run by volunteers, and it's incredibly people who have vision and passion and just care about things and put people before profits. And sometimes that works out, and sometimes that keeps you lean and mean, and or at least lean. So, which is why we have a donation thing tonight. If you can make a donation, that would be great. The concerts are always free, and we just always want people to come. And if you can throw a little money in, that's great. And so this is a song about it's written for the volunteers. Jenny is a baker. She works all night. She smiles like an angel on her mountain bike. She made the cookies and they taste just right. Jenny is a volunteer. Well, they open the halls in the afternoon to help performers to stay in tune. They'll be changing, they'll be cleaning up by the light of the moon. Let's hear the volunteers. And it's 1, 2, 3, hey! Help them put the chairs away. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. Let's hear for the volunteers. Well, there goes Spike. He's seen it all, but he's the one who let the curtain fall. I was changing clothes and I moved you all. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And Kathy's the one in the yellow pants. She loves the music and she sure can dance. And with her computer now, she writes grants. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And it's 1, 2, 3, hey! Come on and put the chairs away. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And then there's Andy, he works the sound. Thunderstorms coming and he looks around. He's all patched in, but he's lost his ground. Let's hear it for the volunteers. Oh, it ain't for the money because they work for free. It's a great dysfunctional family. It's all for the music and the company. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And it's 1, 2, 3, hey! Help her put the chairs away. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And it's 1, 2, 3, hey! Help her put the chairs away. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. Let's hear it for the volunteers. Right.
That was really quick.
It was
They
pretty
were
quick.
fast volunteers. Let me tell you, them were quick volunteers.
So sometimes you know what you're writing about, like that song. Michael had been listening to me talk about the folk
I'm gonna sit down.
folk community and the volunteers. So yeah, we were flying down to Texas and we put it together, and some of our favorite people are in there. Looking at you, Diane Lansing, because you know, Kathy in that song is from Oswego, or what was from Oswego, and booked the music hall up there. And Andy, the sound guy, was our manager and sound person, and he may even be here tonight. Spike used to run the Kalamazoo Folk Life series. So sometimes you know what you're writing about. And this song, and I thank you, Tom Mansell, for asking for this song. I was many places, including Florida, the beach at midnight, and looking down the beach towards Palm Beach, where my dad was in the hospital on his way to hospice, and a lot going on in my life, and it all kind of went into this song. So we'll dedicate this to Tom, your dad, and my dad, and Libby's dad, and everybody's dad out there tonight. It could be nothing but a dream. Nothing but a wish. Wishes sometimes do come true. On a magic night like this. But you are so far away, more than time and words can reach. As I sit at the close of day on this solitary beach, I'm not often in this place where the bottom can't be found. As I fall and twist and spin, never reaching solid ground. And I have done the best I could to walk down a sacred path, like a child lost in the woods, hoping breadcrumb trails the last. Questions are like skipping stones that you throw across the sea. They mark the distance heading home, farther now for me. If there's one thing that I know, that I remember here tonight, in a world so dark and cold, there is still the morning light. like skipping stones that you throw across the sea. They mark the distance heading home, further, farther now from me. It could be nothing but a dream, more than time and words can reach. But wishes sometimes do come true on this solitary beach. Thank you for asking for it. Well, it made me, I don't know. It's November. I think I only have one song that mentions November, but
let's play.
Let's It's already November, snow on my shoulders, in a hurry to finish all the chores for the fall. There's fences need tending, and letters need sending, and a heart that needs mending. If you want the truth, I don't care at all. Was it really November? It's hard to remember all our history jumbled on the way to a fall. We both saw it coming. We tried to do something, but it ended the same. There was plenty of blame. Now there's nothing at all. I'm not complaining. Life's about changing. You make your best choices. How can we know? Life's a little bit colder, wiser but older. If I only could hold her. But that's how it goes. Here comes the snow. Thank you.
What a wealth of material David has written. You think in 50 years, it's pretty good. Good writer, babe.
Thank you. Well, number one fan. She might have to fight my mom for that title.
Yeah.
But
I'm right in there though. Fan zero. Your mother's fan zero.
Fan zero.
I might have to stand up for this one.
So I only ever got to see Phil Oakes play one time, but I was thrilled. I mean, he came to Ann Arbor, I don't know, fall of 70, 71, and I thought he was great. But opening up for him was a local Michigan woman who I thought was like the berries. She was, and she has gone on. Her name is Sally Rogers, and she's a remarkable performer and writer. And this is a song of hers. Babies are born in the circle of the sun on the birthing day. Babies are born in the circle of the sun on the birthing day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. Well, babies are born in the circle of the sun on the birthing day. And children take their first step in the circle of the sun on the walking day. Children take the first step in the circle of the sun on the walking day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. Well, children take the first step in the circle of the sun on the walking day. And I hope to be married in the circle of the sun on the wedding day. I hope to be married in the circle of the sun on the wedding day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. I hope to be married in the circle of the sun on the wedding day. And I hope that I die in the circle of the sun on the dying day. Spreading my ashes in the circle of the sun on the dying day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. Will spread my ashes in the circle of the sun on the dying day. And babies I'm born in the circle of the sun on the birthing day. Babies are born in the circle of the sun on the birthing day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. Babies are born in the circle of the sun on their birthing day. Sally Rogers.
Thanks, you guys.
So yeah, maybe we can get all these songs in.
Maybe.
All right. This is one of the first songs ever learned to play. One of the first songs.
Shout out to my husband Kyle Goodall. This was his favorite song. It's written on his tombstone. Even says Bob Dylan on it.
Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, don't matter anyhow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on, so don't think twice, it's alright. It ain't no use turning on your light, babe, that alive I'll never know. It ain't no use turning on your light, babe, I'm on the dark side of the road. Still I wish there was something you would do or say to try and make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway, so don't think twice, it's alright. I'm walking down that long, lonesome road, gal, where I'm bound. I can't tell, but goodbye is too good a word now. So I'll just say fare thee well. Now I ain't saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. Just sort of wasted my precious time. So don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, like you never done before. It ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, I can't hear you anymore. I've been thinking and wondering all the way down the road. I once loved a woman, a child untold. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. So don't think twice, it's alright. I've been thinking and I'm wondering all the way down the road. I once loved a woman, child I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. So don't think twice, it's alright. Don't think twice, it's alright.
Oh. They're like old friends, you know?
Yes. Well, talking about old friends, let's see.
Oh yeah, this song probably started me playing guitar.
I just saw this week that next year the post office is coming out with a Pete Seeger stamp. It's like, yes. I really, we all would not be here.
It says folk music on it too. I love that.
Does it really?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
I put a post up that they print plenty of them because I think everybody's going to go buy, go buy $100 or $200 worth of them because they, the stamps, the special stamps sell out quickly.
Yeah.
And I want to.
We want to keep.
Be sure to.
I want all my mail to say Pete Seeger.
And the reason that I say that is because Pete and his partner in the Weavers, Lee Hayes, wrote this song. This has got to be one of the I don't know, at least in the folk world, most famous songs that come out of the last century. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out a warning, I'd hammer out the love between my brothers and my sisters. All over this land. song. I'd sing it in the morning,
I sing it in the evening, all over this land. I sing of danger, I sing out of warning, I sing out of love between my brothers and my sisters. Oh, over this land.
I love this quote I just read from Pete Seeger. He said, I keep telling people that putting an editorial to rhyme in music is not a song. He said a good song makes you laugh, makes you cry, and makes you think. Well, I got a hammer, and I got a bell, and I got a song
to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice. It's the bell of freedom. It's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters. All over this land. It's a hammer of justice. It's a bell of freedom. It's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters. All over this land. All over this land. All over this land.
All right, well, one more song. And again, thank you for all the requests. Our next virtual show is going to be December 11th, and we haven't planned it yet. We did a bunch of holiday stuff last year. We'll probably
Maybe.
work up some of that again. But if there's anything you want to hear in particular, let us know. And yeah, if there's anything you want to hear tonight, we'll probably do another.
Glenn is coming. Glenn Elvick, Annie Caps are coming up.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this shall fill me up.
So
You just don't know what these really mean to us. You guys showing up for these. Maybe you do, I mean, I know a few of you, so I know that a few of you do, but I'm just here to say thank you.
I went and I saw John Gorka. He was playing live in East Lansing last night.
Yay.
I talked to him on the phone, and he said there was a woman who came up who said, all during the pandemic, I was doing caretaking, and it was so bleak. And in fact, he's been a guest on our show, on our Zooms and Don White's Zooms, and she said, every time I saw you, it just lifted me up and helped me get through it. It's like, what a.
And that's what that's what you guys do for me when I look out and there you are.
You humble us. And so
thank you so much.
So thank you. Yeah, I like to think about this song. Well, I know it's not for me to put it in the same category as the last one, or Blowing in the Wind, which, like Pete Seeger said, editorial in rhyme is not a song. And I think the best songs, like Blowing in the Wind and If I Had a Hammer, just kind of open doors, open doors that you don't expect, which is kind of what I wanted to accomplish with this song. That's better. Ours is a simple faith. Life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place. Every day, hope is the ground we need to make each day what you will voice you hear every day. Life's not a goal or race. It's about heart and faith and living a life of grace every day. Ours a simple faith. Life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place every day. Hope is around we still. Make each day what you will. Thankful for dreams fulfilled every day. Trust is an open hand, making an honest stand, rooted here in the land every day. Living mystery, seeking a harmony here between you and me every day. Ours a simple faith. Life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place every day. Hope is the ground we till. Make each day what you will. Thankful for dreams fulfilled every day. Ours a simple faith. Life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place every day. Hope is around we till. Make each day what you will. Thankful for dreams fulfilled every day.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. So the way the rest of this night is going to go is we're going to take about a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back with the after party with Annie Capps and Glenn Elvig, and after that we'll have the after party where we get to chat with all of you. And yes, there's a donation thing. If you can donate, that's great. And our CDs are on our website. We're kind of running low on some of them. So, I mean, if you're interested, the website says they're $15, but they're only 10. They calculate out at $10 a piece now. So I've only got about 4,000 in my basement. So
Pretty good.
So Christmas, and yeah, they say there are about what's it like 15 celebrations around Christmas, Kwanzaa, the Hanukkah. 15
Holiday
different
season.
Holiday season. So, which I didn't realize there were that many. How delightful. and as well as solstice. So
Inclusion.
So, thank you all. If you have requests for us,
Stick around for Glenn and Annie.
Stick them in the chat. Be back. We'll hear Glenn and Annie, and then we'll do a song or two at the end. And wonderful to see you. Bye bye.
That was good.
Okay, yeah, it certainly felt.
I can tell I'm rusty.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Okay, I'm thinking we're live. I'm thinking we're
You were
live.
good to go, Dave.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. Now you've reached the real interesting part of the night, which is the after party, and where we have we'll have some very special friends. So I'm going to give Glenn Elvig the first shot at tonight because he's calling in from the longest distance in Minneapolis. Are you around, Glenn?
I'm here. I'm here. Do we need to?
Okay.
There he
Oh,
is.
look.
All right. So Glenn Elvig, I've said before, runs Creek House concert series up in the Minneapolis St. Paul area, known as the Carnegie Hall of House Concerts. And though he named it that himself, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's really it really is a lovely. I mean, it's like a small concert room where you can fit. I don't know. Is it who'd you got for Mike? You got 90 people in there for Michael Johnson, right?
We did, and then the last show, the February 28th of 2 years ago, we had 120 for Gretchen Peters. So
Wow.
people couldn't
So
clap like this. You had to clap like this.
right. So Glenn. We also found out. I thought he was just a booker, but he's excellent musician and songwriter. And we had him come out to the Ark to open for us. I think 2 years ago. We're going to try to do it again this February. And Glenn, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. What a great show you guys just put on.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Should we start with something, I guess?
Sure.
Yeah, and you know what? If you can move a tad closer, I think that would be great. Yeah, we want to see your tonsils. So
You're almost in the witness protection plan there, Glenn.
yeah.
If you had another light in the room, that might help.
We do that? Let's see. How about that? Show the mess in the house.
There you go.
That looks good.
You use one of those zoom filters and fuzz it out behind you.
My Johnny Cash poster in the back. So, many years ago, I was out. I live on a creek. And that's why we call it Creek House. It was the obvious choice. And if you go out in the middle of summer at night on a hot, humid night, there's just this intense sound of all of the various amphibians that are out howling in the night. And I asked a little kid about it once. He was at one of my shows, and I said, "Have you ever been out on a lake or a stream or a pond or anything like that?" And he says, "Oh yeah, I've been down to the lake, and you can't even buy some silence." And I just thought that was a cool comment from a 6-year-old kid. But this is a song it's probably my most requested song. It's called Bullfrog Singing in the Night. Well, you see him in the hang on one second. I think we're in tune. Well, you see him in the pond, you see him in the creek, all lined up, cheek to cheek. Come on down and take a peek, bullfrog singing in the night. Well, you don't hear him much, light of day. Maybe they're off at church to pray, or maybe they're off, I don't know. Bullfrog singing in the night, oh yeah. Bullfrog singing in the dead of night, bullfrog singing. Bullfrog singing in the dead of night. Bullfrog. Well, I was having a drink down by the creek. Saw one dressed like an Arabian sheik. He turned to me and said, "Pretty unique, huh?" Bullfrog singing in the night. Well, I wondered if he did the hokey pokey. Then I asked him, "This is why you try to test this out on your computer before you get to this." So I asked him if he did the hokey pokey. He said I did. And I said, "Okie dokie." Then I wonder if he did karaoke. Bullfrog singing in the night. They got big toes, they got big thighs, they got big eyes of unusual size. Think it helps them catch them flies. Bullfrog singing in the night. Well, the night air is filled with bullfrogs singing. I think I know the joy they're bringing. They got this joy to swinging. Bullfrog singing in the night. Bullfrog singing in the dead of night. Bullfrog singing. Bullfrog singing in the dead of night. Bullfrog. Well, about this time of year, well, I long to hear the bullfrog sing. Winter's coming, frozen everything. I guess I'll have to wait till spring. Bullfrog singing in the night. Yeah, it's getting cold, it's getting late. I think they're off to hibernate. I don't think they like to skate. Bullfrog singing in the night. And then we have a long winter up here in Minnesota. Summer's just 3 weeks of bad sledding. And then we have our first 40-degree day. Everybody puts their shorts back on. And it's 50. And then 60, 70. And then we have that first 80-degree day. And there you hear them. There are those bullfrogs again. Yeah, there he is, my old friend. Oh, spring's come around again. I hope this cycle never ends. Bullfrog singing in the night. Yeah, see him in the pond, you see him in the creek, all lined up, cheek to cheek. Come on down and take a peek. Bullfrog singing in the night. Bullfrog singing. Bullfrog singing in the night. So we're going to start there.
Thank you, Glenn. So yes, we're going to go to Annie Katz. We're going to ask each of you to do 3 songs if you're willing tonight. And Annie, are you around?
I'm here.
Okay, so Annie Capps. Many of you know Annie. She is a member of the Yellow Room gang, and this is the Yellow Room here.
Hi, sweetie cans.
Yeah, and she's also a 20-minute away neighbor, and
I know, and we haven't seen each other in person in, well,
Annie, I want to thank you in person for helping me through the pandemic days and nights. Both you and Rod, everything. It was just, I needed you and you came through, and I thank you.
well, back at you. You guys, you guys kept the home fires burning there. And your set was beautiful tonight. I was super happy to catch it, all of it.
So good
So-
to see you.
thank you.
Great to see you guys. Yeah. I might be out of sync. I'm going through OBS, so I apologize if I am a little bit, but.
Yeah, you're a little
Is
you're
it
a little
off?
faint.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
if you could
quiet?
turn up a little, that would be good.
Sure.
But your sync seems pretty okay.
Is this better? Did you get more volume from me there?
A little bit. Could use a little more.
Still more? I'm kind of cranking.
That's actually better.
Is that better?
Unless you're gonna get super loud right now, but otherwise you're good.
Okay. The hard part about this is I can't hear what you're hearing. But it's good. Okay, so the volume's okay. I'm gonna play a quiet song anyway, and I'm working on a new record. It's a solo project, and it's going to be all women. Every musician, the artists, the graphic designer will be women. I have a couple of niece-in-laws who are artists that don't know yet that I'm going to put them to work. But the engineer, the recording engineer, is a woman. That has nothing to do with anything except I've been writing a lot of songs. I've been sort of digging back into some faraway times. And this is a song, I'd like to think of it as a hopeful grieving song. When we get to a certain place in our grieving process, the facade starts coming down, and we start are able to really share, our emotions, and sometimes it's years later. So anyway, this is called Riverbound. When the part of me you think you know crashes into the part of me I never show, wandering round in the debris, you'll find there a raw and ragged used to be. There's a hard rain, river bound, and the grand facade is coming down. When the neon sign across my face starts to flicker at a ruthless pace, in a flash the light goes dim, and I walk in circles on this phantom limb. There's a hard rain, river bound, and the grand facade is coming down. Yet nothing can turn this lifeboat around. Drifting with the current, all this missing will endure, enter a future as unsure as when the part of me that let you go wakes up with the part of me that loved you so. Aching arms still bear the weight of too long on the wrong side of sorrow's gate. There's a hard rain, river bound, and the grand facade is coming down to all this grief left on the ground, and nothing can turn this lifeboat around.
Thank you, Ms. Caps.
Beautiful.
And you can stick around for another couple?
Of course. There's no bus waiting for me anywhere.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Elvig, can we hear another song from you? Yeah. How have you been doing this year, this fall, in this kind of, we're not quite post-pandemic yet.
We're holding down the fort up here in Minnesota. We're just waiting for the snow to fall. So it's good. I've got these two big Great Danes that have kept me busy. It's probably a new song called 300 Pounds of Dog. We'll see what happens with that. But no, everything's good up here. We're seeing people get out and enjoy some live music, and things are good.
Yeah, so you have any thoughts now about when you might open up the house concert again?
Well, I got a call from David Mallet recently, and he said, "You better be open by April, bub." I think we have an April date, so we're hoping that everything goes well on that front. So.
Oh, great! Yeah. Well, that would be great. Yep. And we're still kind of looking at next fall.
We're gonna have you here, I hope.
Yes, that would be great.
Super. Well, I've got a song for you here that's ironically it's called "Annie, Please Tell Me Before You Go." This was inspired by my coming home. I had called my wife to find out or to let her know that I was stuck in the Dallas-Fort Worth airport, and I would be home, and there was no answering machine message to be able to leave that message. So I just thought, well, I'll come home and be home the next day. And I got home and I opened the front door and said, "Honey, I'm home." And I looked in and everything was missing. Everything was gone, including the answering machine. And I think she was trying to tell me something. So anyway, this is a song about that, coming home without a word of, as Tom Paxton might have said, a word of farewell. So Annie, won't you tell me what you're thinking? Annie, won't you tell me what you know? Yeah, I know all is fair in love and war, but please, Annie, tell me before you go. I know we've had troubles in the past. That don't mean our troubles gotta last. Annie, can't you see I'm trying? Please, don't leave me crying, no. Annie, tell me before you go. I don't know where it is we're going, but I know we've been here before. Annie, won't you sit down and talk to me? Tell me before you head out on the door. Annie, won't you tell me what you're thinking? Annie, won't you tell me what you know? I know all is fair in love and war. Please, Annie, tell me before you go. I remember nights of loving, talking the night away. Now we hardly talk, if ever. You say we've got nothing left to say. Please don't leave a letter on the table. Please don't let me be the last to know. Give me one more kiss I can remember. Please, Annie, tell me before you go. Annie, won't you tell me what you're thinking? Annie, won't you tell me what you know? Yeah, I know all is fair in love and war. Please, Annie, tell me before you go. Please, Annie, tell me before you go. Please, Annie, tell me before you go.
Never heard that one before, Glenn. Good job.
Thank you. Thanks.
At least you got a song out of it. So,
Yeah, all good things.
so Ms. Caps,
Ha! Yes. Sorry about your Annie, Glenn. And I'm not laughing at, I'm uncomfortably laughing now. I was trying to, like, it's really hard to pick songs to play for these. And to be honest with you, I'm just picking ones that I actually remember how to play right now because it's been a little while. I've been occupied with other things, as David knows. The Folk Alliance Region Midwest is a big part of my life for a certain part of the year. And so I'm, coming down off of a really crazy weekend of and a couple of months of immersion in that. And
yes, you all should know Annie is the director of that conference, and it's the extraordinary conference of people from all over the country are attending it in virtually now. It used to be just Midwestern people could attend and showcase and connect.
That's
and now,
fantastic.
Because they do it because of the work Annie does. So thank you, Annie.
Well,
Public acknowledgement.
that's spoken like a true friend who's a little bit biased. But Glenn, you're a Midwesterner, right? Have you participated in? We could just we'll have a conversation about it later. But
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah,
yeah,
and I know how much hard work you've done. I'm thinking of the song "Let's Hear It for the Volunteers," and
yeah.
there are a lot of people that put in a slug of work, So
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. Well, and I just want to be really clear. So, like, there's when you play in a song circle, you decide to play a song afterwards, and I hope this doesn't come off wrong based on what you just played and what you hear. But I assure you, my better half is upstairs. I think he's watching on YouTube, and I did not write this about him, although we were kind of trapped together in the house for a year, and it's possible that we could think that I wrote this about him, but it was inspired to write a song by Jenny Beneman, who is a wonderful artist who writes haiku, and she does these shows where she invites her friends to write a song based on one of her haikus. And I fell in love with this whole book of hers, and it's called Reckoning, and it was about this big, and it was black and white, and of course it was sort of the darker side of Jenny's haiku, which, if you know Jenny, there isn't a dark bone in her body. She's just one of the most joyful, positive humans. So I was really taken with this. I was surprised to read it. I was surprised that it was, it was just sort of full of this kind of codependent angst. So I loved it, and this song just came spilling out. I love you more than I ever can say, but I need you to leave me alone. It's not you, it's me, goes the dreaded cliche, bending your will to my own. How can I say this without breaking your heart? You are the voice I've been holding on to. Now I need you to leave me alone. Losing myself in this longing for you, my power has been overthrown. How can I say this without breaking your heart? How can I say this without breaking your heart? I just need to know what it feels like. I need to know what it feels like without you under my skin, indelibly attached to my trembling bones. You are a part of my anatomy, but I need you to leave me alone. How can I say this without breaking your heart? Bloodshot from weeping, my Polaroid eyes are fading into monochrome. You are the dusk devoid of fireflies, and I need you to leave me alone. How can I say this without breaking your heart? Please let me say without breaking your heart. How can I say this? And I love you more than I ever can say, but I need you to leave me alone.
So, Annie, is that going to be on the new album?
Yeah, you know what? It might even be the title track. I think "How Can I Say This" might be the title track. And we've, our pal Matt Watroba. He said, "Would you like me to start the rumors?" Because I swear everything's great. Rodney's like, the only reason he's not playing with me right now is because he had a steroid shot in his hand and he's got a shoulder thing going on, and so he's not allowed to play right this very moment. But yeah, I'm excited about this solo project, but we're doing just fine. So
good. Well, I'm glad you didn't choose the name of "I Need You to Leave Me Alone."
I know, right? Well, I just thought, okay, well, here's what people are going to think. How can I say this? Well, I haven't fully developed the stories behind all these songs, although I know deep in my heart kind of where they all came from. I've been doing some really kind of deep work, and so some of it is a little more vague. Anyway, yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun. Thanks for letting me share that.
Certainly. Thank you. And Glenn, I wanted to ask you, how did you come to start your Creek House concerts?
How How did I do that?
Oh, Glenn, we just lost your video.
Just lost the video. Let's try that again. How about? There we go.
Here.
All right, great.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yep, better.
Well, for 40 years, I've made a living building furniture, and there's a label right on the top of a can that says, "Do not place your rags in the garbage as usual, because they will spontaneously combust." And about 10 years ago, I was just doing what I do, and I left all the rags in a plastic bag and came home to a burned down studio, and so that kind of let the wind out of the sails, and I sat around for a couple weeks just playing music, writing songs, and somebody said, "This is a really nice room for this music," and they said, "Why don't you have a concert here?" And so we put a few chairs together, maybe put 30 or 40 chairs together, built a little stage, got a mixer, and did this. And a friend of mine said, "I think we could get Michael Peter Smith to play here." And so I called Michael down in Chicago and I said, "Would you be able to come up here? How much would you charge?" And he said, "Well, I haven't been doing much lately. How about $300?" And I said, "Well, I think we can do better than that." And we got him up here, and we didn't have a lot of people, but at that point I thought this is a national treasure, and I just reached in my own pocket and sent him home with a shirt pocket full of cash. And he spread the word a little bit, I guess, for us, and said it's a good place to play. And that's 10, 12 years ago now, and 150 concerts later.
Wow.
So
Wow, that's great.
that's how that happened. So
Well, and it really has become, a premier venue for the Twin Cities area for, for artists. It's just known for really a high quality experience for everybody.
lots of great people up here that have lived through it with us. It's good. It's good. And probably almost every show I hear people say, "You only get the best people here." So we have a coffee mug that says Creek House, only the best. And I'd say it's only the best audiences as well. So it's good. All good.
Great.
Yeah. Anyway.
Great. So are you going to do your new song for us?
Well, I was going to do one. We had a real sad last month. Minnesota minstrel Jerry Rao passed away. And I ran into Jerry 50 years ago out on the street of Dinkytown, right outside where Bob Dylan used to play at the Scholar. And I sat there mesmerized by his singing and his artistry. And then we regrouped and re-met each other 20 years ago. And I'd go down on the street and listen to him. And every once in a while, he'd hand his guitar over to me and say, "You take it for a while." And we said goodbye to him on Monday down at St. Joan of Arc Church. And I was so moved. I'm not going to play the whole song for you, but it's called "Goodbye, Old Soldier." He was a man of peace. He was actually in the Marine Corps for about 10 years and came back a very changed man and decided to devote his life to peace and social justice. And the song I came up with was "Goodbye, Old Soldier," and it goes, the chorus will go something like this. "Goodbye, old soldier. Goodbye, old friend. It won't be long now, I'll see you again." And it'll go on from there. But I'd rather play a song that brings you up if this is my last song.
Certainly. We'll get that Jerry song somewhere else down the line.
Okay. I've made people cry with my songs, and I'm not sure whether it's the content or just they really feel bad for me that I'm trying this. I've made people laugh as well. And I thought, I haven't made a song that people squirm to. And I've got this new dog that made me look up the word. Some of you might know the word coprophagia. It's a word that's been attached to dogs who eat their own poop. So this is called, the Latin term for the name for the song is coprophagia. I'm just going to leave you with a couple verses, and the real name of the song is "You Old Poop Eating Dog." Coprophagia is a mighty fine word. Doctors use it when a dog eats a turd. Don't blame me, it's just something I heard. Ah, you old poop-eating dog. Well, I'm working on my doctoral thesis. Yeah, it's about dogs who eat their own feces. That little rascal chewed it to pieces. Oh, yeah, that old poop-eating dog. I tell you what, this dog gives me fits. Because he goes out in the yard and eats his own bits. I think we'll leave the rest of that there. I'm gonna have to stop it there because I'm not remembering all the words, but we'll get back with that one too. So anyway, it's inspired by this big old 150-pound dog that seems to think he's his own soft serve machine, and we'll get more of it to you another time.
We had one of those, Glenn. I totally know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It was a yes. I forgot the word, though. That's a good word.
Now you know the big word for it.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Annie, you want to wrap us up here?
All right. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna be brave, and if it's all right with you guys, I'm gonna play something that I probably shouldn't because I don't know how quite yet, but it's new, and I guess the way you break songs in is playing them in front of people, so. I belong to a songwriting group where I get a prompt every month, and this is in addition to my wonderful Yellow Room gang, inspiring humans that I don't get to see anywhere near enough of. But this prompt, I have to actually submit a song or I get kicked out. And so I've been doing this now for 1.5 years, I think. Wow, it's amazing. And so that's been helping me to get these songs out. And the prompt last month, or I guess it was 2 months ago, I can't even remember what the prompt was. In fact, most of the time I can't remember what the prompt was, but, oh, I know what it was. It was Bud. So for whatever reason, I just started Stream of Consciousness, and I had just sent an email out, I think for Farm, and the title was That Thing or Two You've Been Meaning to Do. Because, of course, I was trying to be clever and encourage people to do things. So, and then I just went down this place where I was like, okay, everything, we're never, ever going to get everything done that we want to get done in this world, ever. Like, some of us we're just going to keep on going until one day we're done. We're gone, and then all that stuff that we thought we were going to get to, we're not going to get to. And the older I get, the more I realize I have to let go. So, and just sort of be grateful for the good things I had. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Well, that thing or two I've been meaning to do is hiding out in a notebook on a shelf under a stack of unread magazines. See, what came and went made perfect sense at the time until distraction came by way of an unhealthy obsession with drag queens. Our work here is never done. Well, I made real good friends with the wine sipping, so it's time for a little bit of bud nipping. I was only 2 years old when I got run over by a car. Well, now wait just a minute, you say, but it's true, I even walked home, so my mom tells it to me. That old man behind the wheel nearly stopped his heart. Our work here is never done. One rotten tomato buried in the ground grew up and gave us a whole new crop. If only I hadn't killed off the basil in the windowsill. Still, that Roma needs nothing but salt and pepper. It's pretty damn cool when things are simple together. We'll devour each other till we've had our fill. Our work here is never done. Well, I still haven't found the meaning of life or love or this song for that matter, but I guess the whole point is to keep on looking and enjoy the ride. Like that 1976 Olds Cutlass, man, that was the best place for kisses and learning and hurting and remembering, feeling so alive. Our work here is never done. No, our work here is never done. Well, that thing or two I've been meaning to do is hiding out in a notebook on a shelf under a stack of unread magazines.
I like that.
Thank you, Annie. And thank you, Glenn. And really, thank you all for
Thank you for having us. This was so fun. I mean, I love getting this phone call. It's my favorite thing. It's sort of low pressure. You just get to drop in and hang out with you, and it's really awesome. So thank you very much. And I love seeing all my pals, David and Lindsay. I see you guys out there. Hi, Tom and Sal. I'm assuming that Bev's with you, and there's a whole bunch of other folks that I see, so I'm really, really happy to see you all. Thanks for letting us join you. And nice to meet you, Glenn. I loved your songs. Really great.
So we're gonna do Diane Lansing's request.
Now just
Oh yeah, slow down.
Just
Well, so excited after hearing everybody. I tend to go on overdrive. I'm not asking much. You don't have to call or keep in touch. Don't expect you to do it anyway. There's something left, but it's mostly over. A few more lines, a little older, and a bed that's all your own at the end of the day. Part of me remembers summer wine, winter's embers, and the laughter of the children as they play. All my friends tell me, forget it, there's a new life, go and get it. Part of me remembers anyway. Well, it's sad how blind we are to things gone wrong till they've gone too far, and there's nothing that can set them straight again. And it's a funny place to stand, worn out hearts and empty hands, with your best friend there, still too far away. Part of me remembers summer wine, winter's embers, and the laughter of the children as they play. All my friends tell me, forget it. There's a new one, you go and get it. Part of me remembers anyway. Well, I'm no longer feeling sad, but old regrets are just as bad. They waste your time with little in return. That's not to say I don't remember that it's like the sun in late November, but tries to warm you through the cold. All the while it's getting old, and part of me remembers summer wine, winter's embers, and the laughter of the children as they play. All my friends tell me, forget it. There's a new life, go and get it. Part of me remembers, part of me remembers, part of me remembers anyway.
Yay.
Pretty song.
All right, you know what? We're not going to leave you with a sad song like that.
Oh, well, what could it be?
So Libby and I were singing this just before the show started tonight. It's an old Jefferson Airplane song off their album Bark, which I think was the last Jefferson Airplane album.
Okay.
It's called Third Week in Chelsea.
Gotta pay attention here.
Sometimes I feel like I am leaving life behind. My hands are moving faster than the moving of my mind. Thoughts and generations of my dreams are yet unborn. I hope that I can find them, for my moving is too warm. If only I can live to see the dawning of the dawn. So we go on moving, trying to make this image real, straining every nerve, not knowing what we really feel, straining every nerve and making everybody see that what they read in the Rolling Stone has really come to be. And trying to avoid a taste of that reality. On an early New York morning, a mirror in the hall showed to me a face I did not know at all. Lines were drawn around a pair of eyes that opened wide, and when I looked into them, I found nothing left inside. So I walked into a little room that whistled like a sigh. As the dawnlight closed around me, my mind was still in gear, thinking thoughts of playing more, singing loud and clear, trying to reach a friend somewhere and make that person smile. Maybe pull myself away with that old lonesome smile that often comes to haunt me in the morning. All my friends keep telling me that it would be a shame to break up such a grand success, tear apart a name But all I know is what I feel whenever I'm not playing. And emptiness ain't where it's at, and neither is feeling pain. Oh, what is going to happen now is anybody's guess. If I can't spend my time in love, I guess I need a rest. Time is getting late now and the sun is setting low. My body's getting tired from carrying another's load. And sunshine's waiting for me a little further down the road.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yes, we used to sing that on the old Heidelberg late at nights, and it's just Libby was saying earlier. I don't know how we remember those words, but
We don't ever sing that. We sing that song once a year, maybe.
so
I'm
thank
so
you.
happy you did. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you. So really, so thank you everybody.
Hi, Mr. North.
Yeah.
We need a gallery view so I can see
yeah.
these.
So we're going to say goodbye, and if you want to make a donation again, that is great.
Oh, look at all the people.
We're going to say thank you to Glenn and to Annie, and yes,
Love you guys so
really,
much.
so nice to see you all. And so here's our after party, and who has anything to say?